Hey there viewers, and welcome back. Today what we're going to do is remove the sump cover from this engine. So there's a couple of things that you need to do. If you're replacing a timing belt because your cam blew up or your belt broke or whatever, the sump cover does need to come off. You're going to need to remove it from the equipment. Your valve cover is going to need to be removed, and all of that other good stuff. I would also remove this governor arm. If you do remove this governor arm, you need to watch my carburetor installation tutorial because there's a calibration procedure that goes with it. So why would I remove this governor arm? Because it's easier to get this bolt here out. But I can realistically just take my sweet time with an open end or what have you, and I can get that pulled out without having to recalibrate the governor arm. So you're going to take 8 bolts out of your case, this being the 8th one, if you will. And then, with the engine off the equipment, ooh, got a rogue flywheel key, whatever. With the engine off of the equipment, you're going to need 2 tools, a pry bar, and a buddy, and a mallet. So this is an 18-ouncer, it's pretty lightweight. But the gist of the story is going to be a pry here while your buddy pushes here and here, and then you try not to smack him in the face with this mallet. And you're going to hit on the side with the dipstick tube because they give you this really nice spot here that you can pry on. So other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Let's zip those 8 bolts out. I don't leave them in there because I don't want them getting jammed up when I pull the cover. Here comes the governor arm. We just loosen it a smidge, and then we can just pull that governor arm straight off. If you do pull the governor arm, you absolutely need to make sure there's a little cotter pin. They come with it from the factory, but enhance. If you don't have the cotter pin, you can see that, oops, now you got to take the whole bottom of the motor off. So, which we're doing anyway, it's not that big of a deal, but this engine's missing a piece. Let's take that last bolt out. All right, our next step, somebody managed to install a bolt inside the dowel pin. Little mechanical error going on there, but we're going to try to pop this anyway. I stick a pry bar up under here, and usually you got to pull pretty hard to pop that case, and then you can see why you have the buddy system going on here, but this orange RTV isn't too bad. And then I swing right next to the dipstick tube in this area here, so let's see if we can't maybe do that. So if it's stock sealant, that Honda Bond, pretty intense stuff. Underneath here, you can see the paddle that I was talking about, how it's kind of jammed up. And once it goes inside the motor, you really can't just pull it back out. It's pretty tough. So you need to be aware of that when you pull that cover. We'll scrape and clean all of this stuff. Usually leave the dowel pins in. There is a thrust washer, and this one was installed correctly. You can see a bevel edge, and that bevel smooth side has to face the belt. Okay, so once that stuff's all off, you can pop your belt. This engine, you know, we did the valve cover on it, whatnot, the other day. It's all good. And then you can pull your belt out after you pull your cam pin, your cam, and all of that other stuff. If you're changing a belt, which is like why you would do this, or put a new piston in it or whatever. So anyway, that is the sump cover. Well, there you got your sump cover removal. Like I said, if it's a original virgin engine's never been apart before, you're gonna have to wail on that pretty dang good. Don't forget your thrust washer, and don't leave this crapola inside of your engine. Clean it all up good, get rid of all the grease and the wax and stuff. The Honda Bond, you're really going to have to scrub on it. My suggestion, owner's manual, service manual or not, is a razor blade and a Scotch-Brite, either the gray or the red. The red probably works a smidge better, but we've had these engines apart just countless times, and we've never had any sealant issues going on here. I'm not going to make a gasket for the sump because that gasket here for the sump adjusts the end play, if you will, on your crankshaft, and it would be out of spec if we put anything but a silicone gasket in that spot. So don't get any funny ideas as far as reverse engineering that. The valve cover would be a little different because it doesn't set the tolerance on any other parts. So with that being said, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.